the first time I did it, I did the high at the beginning, and he said it's so melodic, and it happened again, and I'm so happy. Okay, sorry. So, long time no see. I've been in a questionable state for the past few months, but we're back again. So I'm doing a 6-month challenge for myself, so I thought I would tell y'all the stuff that I'm doing, just kind of give you my little roadmap, and hopefully it'll help you and we can do this together. So I'm filming this on September 3rd, and it'll probably be out on the 5th is Friday. My planner's right here. Yes, it'll be out on September 5th, but I will have started this on September 2nd because it's exactly 6 months from my birthday, which means it is my unbirthday and also my half birthday. If you know anything about what an unbirthday is, it's any day that's not your birthday. Just a good day to celebrate you being you. That being said, I feel like your half birthday is the most unbirthday of them all. So like, yeah. And if you don't get the reference, Alice in Wonderland. Invest. Go watch it. Go read it. Go do something. Find some sort of Alice in Wonderland material, whether it be like an Alice in Wonderland story, movie, all sorts. There are loads of different interpretations. Go consume that media for yourself. Fill your soul with it, like I have. Anyways. Also, new location, y'all. New place. New house. Yeah. That's part of the reason I haven't posted, because there's been a lot going on. Anyways, I'll do a room tour in one of these videos pretty soon. But 6-month challenge. So I'm going to kind of break it down into some steps, some basic steps, which I will write down here. Insert steps right there. We good? Yeah, great. So first things first, I'm going to tell y'all the big thing that you need to do. Figure out your why, y'all. If you don't have a why, you don't have a direction. The why is like your driving force. It is your big thing that's like, it's literally, why am I doing this? I wrote mine down on a sticky note. It's like 3 sentences long. Yours can be an entire essay. Yours can be a sentence. Yours can be a word. Yours can be 3 sentences long. I don't care. Just figure out that why, like that deep thing that's telling you, like, yes, this is my reasoning. So I'll read mine out to y'all. So why am I doing this? Because I need to win. I will win, and this is how I do it. Obsession and talent are 2 things I have in abundance, so why not use them? Besides, I'm crazy and delusional, so why not? Delusion and madness have gotten me further than any sanity and practicality. And I stand by that. Sanity and practicality are cool and all, but like the greats are those who are delusional, who are crazy, and have the obsession to just keep going with the things that they need to get done. So yeah, and I stand by that. I have gotten further, like just pushing myself, reminding myself why I'm obsessed with something, an interest, a passion, a hobby, or just whatever. And I have being practical about it. So I'm just gonna continue that, and you should too. Okay, now, next thing, I want y'all to write some goals. This is 3 sticky notes worth of goals. Okay, now I want them to be very specific goals, right? Like I don't want it to be, let's say for me, for example, one of my overarching goals, I guess, would be to lose weight. But what I did instead, I would suggest you do this as well. Categorize it and then make the goals super specific. So categories I have are body, financial, academic, mental, and passion/hobbies. So I'll give y'all a few from each one, just so that you can understand what I'm kind of trying to say. So for body, I put like learn calisthenics, work out 4 to 5 times a week, have balanced meals, have more muscle, be more flexible, have a flatter tummy. Right now, I could have just said lose weight, but that's just so broad. Like I could get some people lose weight through eating disorders. I don't want to have an eating disorder, you know what I'm saying? But I still want to lose weight. You gotta be specific with it, because the universe is gonna give you, like, if you just say, oh, I want to lose weight, and that's what you're dead set on, but like there are unhealthy ways, you're just gonna, it's not gonna be good. Trust me. So just, yeah. Next category, financial. I'm 15. Some people might be like, why do you need a financial category? Because I said so. I need to get my money up. So I put get a job, like a retail job or something like that, or like customer service, because those are really the main places that hire 15-year-olds. And then get monetized here on YouTube. Yeah. Trust, it'll happen within the next 6 months. It will. I know. Okay. And then under financial, I put buy a car, because through these jobs, through these income sources, I want to get a car because I will be turning 16 soon. And I'm going to be getting my license soon. So get a car. My parents aren't going to pay for me to get a car, so I have to pay for myself, and that's okay. It's a good exercise in responsibility. Find some passive income source that I can use, and I'm doing research into that, so that's a little bit vague right now. One pathway I thought of is online tutoring for like younger children, because I'd say I'm a pretty smart person and I'm pretty good at explaining things to people and like communicating, so that would be good. And then apply for some internships over the summer, and who knows, maybe sell something, a product or a service. We'll see. But yeah, that's under financial. Okay. Next, academic. Straight A's. This one is kind of broad, but I do have other stuff on here. Learn Mandarin Chinese. Some people may be like, why Mandarin? Because I can. Number 1, because I can. Number 2, because it's a very universal language. Number 3, it's a beautiful language. Number 4, I really want to visit and eventually maybe live in China for some period of time in my lifetime. Will it be my entire life? Probably not, because I want to see the world, you know? But I definitely want to visit there for an extended period of time. And I feel like that should be... Sorry, y'all, my dad came in here to ask me something. That's why you're not getting... But, you know, as I was saying, yeah, China's a cool place. Mandarin is a cool language that a lot of people in this world speak, so, yeah. Also, I put, like, get top 10% of my class, do some, like, sign up for some summer classes, and, yeah, just look into some cool academic programs, because I am that girl. I'm an academic weapon, or at least I'm trying to be. So, yeah, I'm trying to be that girl. Yup.
All of it?
Yup.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, that was my dad. I don't know if it picked up his voice, but that's who I was talking to. Anyways, yeah. So, yeah, those are my goals for myself. It's gonna be good, trust. And then mental health. Just, you know, therapy, keep journaling, have some self-care days, de-stress often, keep some personal space and distance from toxicity, because low-key, sometimes I just be getting myself into a situation and I'm around toxic people and I'm like, how did I get myself here? It's not fun, it's not cutesy, and I've had to block some people and just like stop talking to people, because it really do be like that sometimes. Sometimes people are just toxic, and sometimes it's not in the form of like gossiping, sometimes it's just in the form of you hang out with them and they take some of your energy, like something about their aura, something about their essence is just like draining to you, and that is still toxic. So if you're in that type of friendship or relationship or whatever, leave, run, get out of it fast, quickly. Yo. Anyways, on to passions and hobbies, which is my longest one because it took up an entire sticky note. So we're gonna run through a few. Film, edit, post twice a week on Tuesdays and Fridays. That's for you guys. Okay. Work on my fashion design, continue styling, because I love my style and I want to explore it more and get more clothes and, you know, post about it and show the world, because I think as someone who really enjoys style and fashion, it's something that I can bring to the world, because I think it's really cutesy. And then do some more cooking and baking, self-study, and like do a passion project and like research, because I really enjoy research and stuff. It's just so fun. You know, have like a little hobby hour moment for myself a couple of times a week, where I just spend an hour and I sit down, I work on a hobby that I haven't done in a hot second. Romanticize my life, learn a language, work out more often, because I actually do enjoy working out. I'm sure you probably believe. And didn't fully fill in, so this is going to be me spitballing. This is going to be your next like section, I guess. Daily steps. Okay, so I want you to set some daily steps for each month. Okay, so for example, for this first month, it's going to be wake up at 5 in the morning, dress up nicely every day, have a tidy room, work out at least 3 times a week, and do my schoolwork ASAP, like as soon as I possibly can. Those are my goals for month 1, and some of those are definitely going to carry into month 2. Now you'll notice that on my initial goals list, I put work out 45 times a week. Why am I saying work out 2 to 3 times a week? Because it's my first month, and I am not at that level of working out 5 times a week consistently, comfortably, because I'm still, working on it. So we start with something small. Now some people may be like, oh well, then why you shouldn't wake up at 5 a.m. And I actually put that on there because I've been waking up at 5:30 every morning for the past almost 2 months now, like the past month and a half, give or take, because school and preparation for school. So my bus gets here super early. My bus gets here at like 6:45. So I wake up at about 5:30, so I have time to get ready, style my outfit, have a kind of slow morning routine, listen to my music, make my breakfast, and if I haven't made my lunch the night before, make my lunch. And then I leave the house at like 6:45-ish, because my bus gets here between 6:45 and 6:55, and that's whenever I then go. So 5 a.m. is actually pretty reasonable considering the time that I already wake up. It's close enough to where I can slowly move myself back like 10 minutes in the next few weeks and just be there and wake up at 5 in the morning and be good. Okay? Dress up daily. I dress up daily all the time. Insert some pictures of my outfits here. I dress up. Today's outfit, I dressed up. Now, this outfit, it doesn't look like I dressed up, but that's because I de-accessorized. But heck, I can even have a picture of this outfit. I have a video of this outfit. I don't know if I have any pictures. But I'll insert it here, okay? I am that type of person. I do in fact dress up. I dress to the nines, to the gods. I do my best to be extravagant, to be extra, to show that side of my personality, because I really love it. It brings me so much joy. So it's just going to be to continue that, and then working out is not going to be like super huge workouts, like going to the gym, lifting 200 pounds. I'm not that type of thing. So it's just going to be small things like going on walks, doing my stretches and whatever. And that's going to be for month 1. We're going to check back in the end of the first month, and month 2, then we're going to have increase it a little bit. So maybe it'll be like work out 3 to 4 times a week. And maybe for someone who usually wakes up at 7 and they're trying to wake up at 5 a.m., they go from waking up at 6:30 to waking up at 6 or something like that. We're trying to make smaller changes that can impact us greatly as we go on, because that is how changes work. Yeah, but that's kind of what I'm doing right now. And this is gonna be my little accountability system. So, my last thing, I'm just gonna give y'all some tips to avoid friction with it, okay? So, I'm gonna use my planner as an example, okay? Actually, do I have my idea? So, back in the 6th grade, okay, little story time. Walk with me here, hold my hand, we're gonna walk through this journey, okay? In the 6th grade, I learned about planners, like actually learned about planners. I knew my calendars and agendas and things like that, because that's a regular thing for a 10-year-old to know, even though they don't know it. But whenever I got into 6th grade, my school district gave us planners. Now, they were pretty basic, shabby, about this thick little planners, right? Okay, maybe about this thick. And they just had some basic stuff, space for each of our classes, and it was like week by week by week, and that was how our planners were set up. And our teachers would actually take it for a grade whether or not we wrote down stuff in our planners and kept up with stuff in our planners. So pretty much everyone kept up with stuff in their planners. whenever I went into 7th grade, I was like, I'm going to continue this good habit, and I'm going to get my own planner, because they didn't give us a planner to the 7th grade. I got my own planner. I hardly used it. I spent $40 on that planner. I hardly used it. In the 8th grade, I said, oh, I just need a better planner. And my 13th birthday had recently passed, and I had a good amount of money because I had the biggest birthday party I've ever had in my entire life, actually. It's not like one of those giant gala birthday parties, but I had a lot of family members there to celebrate me for my 13th birthday. So I did get some birthday money. So what did I do? I literally spent $75 on a customized planner that I hardly used my 8th grade year. A moment of silence for that $75. And that beautiful planner that I just never used. I know. But going into 9th grade, to be fair, throughout these years, I had gotten a little bit better at using it, but not enough to the point to justify buying an $80 planner. So going into 9th grade, I was like, I definitely do want to get a planner. I just didn't know how consistent I was going to be. But 9th grade, I was like, this is going to be my year to be consistent with my planner. This is the planner I got. It is a Cali Danielle planner. Not really sure of the significance of it, but while I was doing my back to school shopping, I was looking inside of my planner for little things. Okay, so I wanted a month page. It's mundane sometimes, but it's pretty cool. And I feel like other people with kind of mundane lives like me could see themselves in me, and we could have a great time, and I can build a community and make some friends. So, yeah. Also, don't mind some little sketches that I have in here of eyes that I made during like lunches and whatever. But yeah, get a planner or do it digitally. You can also do it digitally. Digital planners are low-key goated. I have like on my Google Calendar, I have it synced so that it syncs to my phone calendar, my Google Calendar under my school account, and my Google Calendar under my personal account, all through my Google Calendar on my personal account. So I put something on there and it syncs on the other two as well. And it's so wonderful, y'all. It's so amazing. Y'all. It's beautiful. Okay, so definitely invest time and or money into a planner. You can do something like this, a physical one. I personally prefer to write in a physical one. You can do a digital one. You can do one like Notion or Google Calendar or just regular phone calendar. But organize your stuff. Organize your things, whatever. Create as little friction as possible. Additionally, with other tasks, there are ways to create little friction, okay? Like little friction as possible. For example, let's say, for me personally, making my bed. I was not the biggest making my bed person for most of my life. I did whenever I was younger, whenever I learned how to make a bed, because it was like cool and like adult and mature, whatever. But going into middle school, I did not have time for it. Going into high school, did not have time for it. Or so I thought. What did I do to create less friction? Let me tell y'all. So instead of folding it super nice and neat like a hotel room, like oh no, we don't have time for that. For me, generally, unless it's super cold, I sleep with my like regular sheet and I sleep with my comforter, and that's how they're layered. So what I do is I literally pull them out, right? Just like untuck them, go, I sleep, whatever. Wake up in the morning, okay? Whenever I wake up in the morning, I get myself out of my bed. I literally just pull the sheet over, go, tuck it in. It doesn't even have to be like fully tucked in. Just enough. It doesn't have to be super French tuck, whatever. No, just take my bedspread comforter. Done. That's it. And then I've made my bed. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I have a lot of pillows on my bed. You know what I do? I literally, they go in like a stack. Okay? Because I like having my pillows like that. I literally shift my stack over to one side of my bed because I don't sleep on my entire bed. I only sleep on the one side because it's a full-size bed. I shift my stack a few inches to the right. The next morning, after I just shift my stack back, and my pillows are there. It takes me 30 seconds, whereas it might take me 5 minutes. Some people will be like, it's just 5 minutes, but just 5 minutes can feel like a lot. For me, it can feel like a lot. And also, for some things, for breaking bad habits, find a way that requires you to break the bad habit. For example, I have this little thing I call the Great Shoe Exchange in my closet, which is actually really basic. In the mornings, whenever I'm getting ready, I keep all my shoes in my closet. There was a point where I'd keep them in a shoe rack outside. However, we've moved a few times and we don't have a big shoe rack like we used to and whatever, so I keep them in my closet. It's just easier. Okay, easy access. Cool, riff, and fabulous. That's wonderful. That being said, oftentimes I would just take off my shoes. They'd be laying all over the floor like, save me from this miserable existence laying on your floor. And I turned a lot more than I thought. I would just leave them there. And then I would trip and like twist my ankle, or I would like stub my toe on these shoes, but I wouldn't pick them up until like someone started yelling at me. Like my dad would come in here and be like, have you cleaned your room? And I'll be like, yeah, for the most part. He'll be like, pick up your shoes. I'm like, fine. And then I pick up the 5 pairs of shoes that I've had on my floor for the past 3 weeks or whatever. You see what I'm saying? And even whenever I'm taking them off and putting them on for school, I'd literally just from the floor. And it was just not good because it just wasn't. So what did I do? I took this magic thing. Now, in my household, growing up, I always wore house shoes around the house. Some people wear socks, some people don't wear shoes at all. That's great. Whenever we used to live, like in our old house, I wouldn't wear house shoes as much. I still would, but not as much because upstairs was carpeted. So I was usually barefoot because I was not downstairs as much as I was upstairs. At my aunt's house, whenever we were staying there, for like a small period of time, she had mostly hardwood floors except for in the bedrooms. So, house shoes. Oh, these are from Walmart. These were like $10. You can get expensive ones, you can get cheap ones, you can get airplane ones. I don't care. Get you. In this case, I have me some slippers. Okay. Now, I wear these slippers all the time, especially in this new place. The entire place is hardwood. There is no carpet anywhere. My feet get cold so easily, and it's just not good because I have asthma, so it's like, and also cold feet. It's just such an uncomfortable feeling. So what do? I wear my house shoes all around the house. I've noticed, and it's these little things that will help you. I noticed I'm always wearing my house shoes. Whenever I get home, I take off my shoes. I put on my house shoes. Here's what I do. I leave my house shoes in my closet, okay? So whenever I get home, I walk into my closet. I take off my shoes, okay? Or even if I walk into my room, I take off my shoes, whatever, right? I don't know where my house shoes are sometimes. I have to remember, oh yes, they're in the closet. I walk into the closet. I'm already holding my shoes. Now, I'm one step closer. I just put them on the shelf. And if that doesn't help you, literally force yourself. I do not get to wear my house shoes until my shoes are put away. At a certain point, you're just gonna get tired of it. You can't run on your bed with your like tennis shoes or whatever, but you can with your house shoes. And if you do with your tennis shoes, you're nasty. There's so much dirt outside. Why would you go on your bed with your tennis shoes? But you see what I'm saying? Small things like that. Then all of a sudden, oh, the shoes, they're on the shelf. They're in their spot. And I'm wearing my house shoes, and I'm comfortable. And my shoes are where they're supposed to be. And now I am not stubbing my toes or tripping over it or twisting my ankles on my shoes. And y'all have seen the shoes I wear. I wear platforms. I wear thick boots. I can't those things, hard, high impact. It's the same as like if I stub my toe against the shelf right here. It's literally the same feeling whenever I stub my toe on my platforms. Okay, it's bad. So yeah, just little things like that. So create as little resistance as possible for your good habits, and with that, create as much resistance as possible for your bad habits. Okay, so sometimes that means, like for example, with eating healthier. I'm not saying eat leaves for the entire rest of your life. I'm a foodie. I would never. That's disrespectful. That being said, maybe you're trying to eat more healthy and not eat like food that isn't filling, that is just empty calories. You know what I'm saying? And so instead of eating like 3 Uncrustables for lunch, you want to be able to eat like a turkey and cheese sandwich with lettuce on it, and that has like it fills you for longer, whatever, right? Let's say that's your goal, to go from 3 Uncrustables to a turkey and cheese and lettuce sandwich with tomatoes and stuff on it, which is low-key really good, like a sub type of sandwich. I want you to make it as difficult as possible to get those Uncrustables. Like, leave it off of your list. If you're the type of person who's very disorganized, like me, who needs a list for that type of thing, leave it off of your list whenever you go to the grocery store. Heck, send somebody else to the grocery store. Say, this is what I need. Don't have them get those other things. For me, oftentimes, my dad will go grocery shopping without me. So he'll be like, hey, y'all, send a list. Consciously, just don't put it on the list. Be like, oh, can you get these ingredients? Whatever. Okay? And then make it like easy ingredients so that all you have to do is really just pull out like 3 slices of cold meat, 2 slices of cheese, and a couple of already sliced pieces of cabbage, and just and you're done. And it's over. You put it in the fridge and you have it for lunch the next morning. You see what I'm saying? But now, in order for you to have those 3 Uncrustables, well, now you can't have them because it's so much more effort to get to those Uncrustables. They're gone. They're far away. Obviously, we're not trying to, take the joy out of life. That's just, no. Like, I'm not telling you, oh, don't eat anything sweet. Don't eat anything unhealthy. Don't eat junk food. What I am saying is, if that's the type of goal that you have, eat healthier, where it's like, have a more of a balance rather than having 3 Uncrustables, having a ham and cheese sandwich, which just has a little bit more nutritional value to it because it has protein and healthy fats and stuff. Whenever you have something like that, put as much resistance between you and those Uncrustables as possible. Always. Just like with the shoes. I'm not allowed to wear my house shoes until I put my shoes on the shelf. But I can't not wear my house shoes because the floor is cold. We don't have heated floors here. No. And I have asthma, so if my feet are cold, then the rest of me is cold, and then I'm uncomfortable. So house shoes. You see what I'm saying? Create friction. Okay, that's like my big stuff. And then find an accountability person. I don't know what number this is. Probably like 4 or something. I don't know. Editing me will keep track of it maybe. But yeah, find an accountability buddy if you're that type of person who needs that help. And find someone who will like regularly check up on you. Like y'all are texting each other like once or twice or 4 times a day, or even a few times a week, being like, hey, did you do this? And get proof of it too. Like, oh yeah, did you work out today? Yeah, I totally worked out. And then you didn't actually work out, you just like stretch, and your goal was to do like a 30-minute walk. You know what I'm saying? Like, track it on like a little Fitbit or like on your phone. Send them the track, like, yeah, I did in fact walk 30 minutes today. That type of accountability. And also reward yourself. Oh my god, the big one, reward yourself. As someone who procrastinates a lot, not the biggest fan of actually doing certain schoolwork. Not all schoolwork, because I do actually enjoy school, and it's not even that I don't want to do my work most of the time. It's just I don't want to start it. Here's what I'll do. I'm a very big fan, very, very, very big fan of romance TV shows, K-dramas, those types of things, okay? I live for that. It makes me happy. Sitcoms, rom-coms, K-dramas, whatever. You name it, like something of that genre. I'm there. You will find me in that room. Now, if you don't know, a lot of K-dramas, especially, I do this with K-pop dramas the most because I feel like it works really well. K-drama episodes are anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, okay? Now, let's say, oh my gosh, I want to watch this K-drama so bad. It's a 35-minute episode, but I haven't done any of my schoolwork. I say, okay, if I do my schoolwork by this time, if I complete X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, by this time, I get to watch that episode of my K-drama. Okay, right. But then you gotta stick to it as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, now I don't get to know how it ends. And pick something that you really, really enjoy. Something that would be worth you actually doing something like that. Bribe yourself. I fear. You know what I'm saying? Have I watched more K-dramas than I usually do? Yes. Have I also completed my schoolwork? Yes. But also, make sure your rewards aren't like an infinite reward. You know what I'm saying? And make sure it has very specific, like, sorry, this is a scarf that I have a hair tie on. Very specific, like, there's a word for it. Constraints, I guess. That was not the word I was looking for, but it works just as well. Constraints around it. So, for example, where do you have a to-do list? Take this right here. I got this from my mother. I write my little to-do list right here. I say, I get to watch 1 episode of my thing. That is my constraint. I get to watch 1 episode. But I also have to complete certain things that I put on here that are priority. So, for example, let's say I have to do a math worksheet that's due in class tomorrow. I have to write some notes for my history class. And I have to read 10 pages of my English book. Right? If I don't do that, I don't get this. There's no, oh, well, I read 3 pages of my English book and I wrote half of my notes and I finished the worksheet, so it's fine. No. Now, if it's something that's you put on, say, it's a lower priority list, like the notes, because the notes aren't due for 3 weeks, and your most pressing things are the worksheet and the reading, then in that case, we can work with that. But if it's something that you put, this is a priority, you do not get the reward until you complete that priority. Okay, I think that's mostly it. I think that's all my tips, honestly. Yeah, I think that's it, honestly. Because I've been yapping for a hot second. And y'all probably have things to do. But thank you for listening to me. And if you want to do this with me, comment a little pink heart emoji with the sparkles on it. And tell me one hyper specific goal that you have for yourself that you want to achieve in the next 6 months and how you are going to achieve it. Because I would love to know. Love to hype y'all up. I am going to pack my bag for school and then probably watch an episode of my K-drama because I did my work already. Yeah. Okay. Love y'all so much. Eat something to nourish your body. Get some rest if you need to. Do something to make yourself proud today. And just do something to help you feel a little bit better, to be a little bit productive. Even if that just means getting up and like washing your face. Or making your bed. Or eating some food or whatever. Okay? I love you so, so much. Oh, and take your medication. Drink your water. All that stuff. If it's nighttime and it's late, and you have something, especially if you have something, go to bed. If it's morning, good morning. If it's during the day, what's up? If you're supposed to be doing something important right now, go do the thing. Why are you listening to me yap? Go do your thing. Go do what you're supposed to be doing. Anyways, that's all I've got for y'all. I love you so, 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 so much. I will see y'all in the next video. Kisses. Bye.